while I agree there is a choice, there may be some choice involved, or even though I think it's an illusion of choice, because the choice is poverty or what you think may get you out of poverty. It's an illusion of choice. Before we can get to that point, we have to acknowledge the system. We have to acknowledge the system that at play. We have to acknowledge the cycle of violence that is perpetually happening in our community. So until we can get the system to be
hold on, we acknowledge there's a
So listen. So
what's next?
So no, but it's not us. It's not us. We like,
but they're not going to do it. So they're haters. So they're going to continue with. So what do we do? My thing is, what do we do?
Okay, so now you want me to get in my radical shit? We go kill senators. Okay.
So now you're going to make the situation worse for yourself.
No,
the way you think the system is oppressing you now it's going to come down even harder on you.
Do you believe you can fix the system from within the system? Do you believe you can fix the system from within the system?
Not fix it. Or just the way the U.S. government is set up, it's set up like the balance and checks in the judicial, legislative, executive bodies. It's set up for incremental change. It's not, the system isn't set up for anybody, not even a president, to come in and just radicalize it. It's set up for incremental change. You're talking about go take out this person, that person. You're going to make the situation even, like, you're going to get your people completely eradicated.
No, I want to destroy the system as is, and there's no way to effectively destroy the system besides for kill the people who keep taking out the people who keep the system at bay. Okay. You got to destroy the system.
Oh look, bro, you're gonna go against the U.S. military. Okay, you're gonna get your people completely wiped out.
But listen, this is
as opposed to just being like, and I know the bootstraps thing. It's a Republican talking point.
As opposed to being what, stuck in a system. As opposed to being what, stuck in a system, continuing the circle of violence. Because how do you get us out a non-violent way? Tell me the non-violent way.
I'll tell you by guys that I know. Again, and people think I have this thing against gang members and everything. Bro, I'm from L.A. My earliest memories come from 87th and Central, 63rd and Crenshaw. My dad he grew up on 109th and Normandy. If you from LA, you can do the politics yourself. My mom, she grew up off Compton, or off McKee, off Compton and Slauson. So I'll tell you a way that you can change based off just personal anecdotes that I've seen people that I know do it. Get an honest job. You go to church, you volunteer. You do something productive. It's choice. You join the military. Is this going to change the whole system?
So this is back to personal responsibility.
Yes, this is going to put you in your whole community economically. This is going to put you in a better position, and it's a much better alternative than what you're talking about, which is go start Xing out these people.
Yes,
that's going to wind up in your entire race getting wiped off.
First of all, the division of poverty isn't drawn at race lines; it's a class line. So we got to start. We have to have that understanding. It's not about.
Man, I love these political talks, by the way.
No, we are getting hella political today. We are getting hella political.
I love it though.
So like I said, the line isn't drawn at race. The line is drawn at a class. So the same way. Our ghettos are violent and black on black crime. We commit a crime on each other. White ghettos have a similar crime rate because poverty induces that. So when I say we, I'm not talking about black people, even though that my radicalism does lean black first, but immediately after that is poor. It's black, then immediately after that it's poor. These are right next to each other. So when I say we, I'm not saying my race. I'm saying that the people have to realize our working power and our buying power and organize against them. Now, if that doesn't work, the only choice we have left is destruction, right? But
how about let's try that first, though, as opposed to targeting the center. Let's try that. I'm be honest with you. That
was the civil rights movement. That was the civil rights movement, and they killed us. They killed our leaders. That was the civil rights movements. So based off history, I know it's not going to work. Now, if I
push back right there?
Go ahead.
Just on that point, the civil rights movement did accomplish things, though. It wasn't. We got increments to change, but does the system still exist? Yes, yes. They were able to placate us, but the system at large still exists. I agree. It's just, I'm not saying the civil rights. I'm not saying the civil rights movement. So what do you mean by the system, though? What do you mean by the system?
white power. What are we talking about?
White power?
You
But you just said it's not about race. You said it's more about class.
Yeah, it is, right? So when I say white power, I'm talking about we talking about how do I explain this effectively? How do I explain this effectively? We talking about European white men who came to this country and settled it, who want to keep power, and not just keep power, but keep power for the wealthy, and the wealthy people who have accrued this wealth over generations and generations, wanting to continue to keep the a class of people as servants, so they can continue to increase their bottom line. So the system is systems are minimum wage, like for example, like keeping minimum wage.
Minimum wage was an accomplishment for us, though. Because before minimum wage, like that,
it was
an accomplishment.
It was accomplishment, but in the state of Pennsylvania, minimum wage is still $7.25. When the cost of living inside the state of Pennsylvania is, I believe, is around $4,000 a month. That's not a livable wage.
It's much too low. But look at this. There's a way to change that.
How is the way to change that?
Within the system, we just done it in California. The last proposition, we done raise minimum wage. There's a place within the system.
On that same proposition, then y'all vote to keep slavery legal in prisons. Wasn't on that same voting card where prisoners?
I don't necessarily agree with. There's some propositions, Rob. Like what
is what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. There's no fixing the system from within the system, because while they might give you a small victory, they will also take us 10 steps back. So now anybody who
they didn't take us 10 steps back with the whole slavery and prison thing. The people voted on it. That wasn't the system. That was the people voting on it.
But the people are participating in the system, and the system is fucked.
But that's not, like, the slavery in prisons is not an example of the system doing something to us. That's actually the people voting on it. All I'm saying is the system. There are good things about our system too. Like, especially here in America, we got, I think, a pretty decent court system. Like, even when you go travel internationally, our traffic, things you don't even think about, like our traffic system is miles better than anywhere else. Like, people obey traffic law. Like, it's just things you don't even think about. So there are good things about the system.
This is American exceptionalism. This is American exceptionalism.
What you mean? Like, it's true, bro. Have you been to certain countries where they don't respect the traffic laws?
We also have an all-fit transit system, and there are whole pockets of this country that don't have reliable Wi-Fi. Like, so yes, while like I'm saying, like you are describing what I call in my community a treat. Like these are treats. These are things that placate the working class, so that the revolution doesn't happen, to give you the illusion of progress, when these things can be easily achievable by just giving it to us.
Well, it's a push. This is a critique about capitalism. It's a push and a pull. But there are ways to, and there are plenty of examples historically of how we can make change within this system. Now, is the system perfect? No. Do I agree with everything? No. But I at least appreciate living in a country where it's possible to change certain things that you don't like how we didn't have a minimum wage, and then we forced them to give us a minimum wage. Then we forced them to respect our unions, our trade unions, and then we forced them to raise the minimum wage. Like, there's a way. I understand that for some people it moves way too slow, but it moves slow so people can't just come and take it away quick. Also, like it's a checks and balances. My thing is, like, the whole going after the senator thing, that's a much less effective way than just working or following the path that others before us have already set to change things you don't like within that system.
Yep.
Potty mouth. Stop playing.
Well, hello, potty mouth.